Alright guys, welcome back onto the channel. Let's continue with the Speedcross DLC in Need for Speed Payback.
This is it, Mac. The last step before you're officially a Speedcross driver.
Piece of cake.
So in the first video I accidentally did all of the events on easy difficulty, but right now we're playing on hard. So let's see how much the difficulty ramps up regarding the target score that we need to beat. This track kind of reminds me one of the later ones that you do in the main story mode. There was some really confusing layouts in there. Oh god, this is really confusing. Yeah, I think we need to up our game because we are just barely over half of what we need to do score-wise, and we are already on our last lap. Let's see if I can do this one without actually hitting that guardrail. Yeah, we failed. So yeah, the difficulty kind of ramps up quite a bit on hard difficulty, but I think it's way more fun this way. So let's retry this once again because we failed. I think for these events it's not only a matter of actually drifting properly and nailing our jumps and speed sections. It's also about memorizing the layout so you can make the most out of every corner. Let's see if we can do better. We need to do at least 300,000 points on our first lap, and at least keep up the pace for the second one, because if we drop the ball, then we're gonna have to repeat the event again. It's kind of difficult to turn when there's an elevation. The car kind of wants to correct itself and remain on a straight line when you're actually trying to turn it in. And that kind of screws you up. It screws up the cornering ability. What did I do? Oh yeah, so okay, so yeah, we didn't do as well as I hoped on the first lap, so I guess we're gonna have to try to make up one way or another in this second one. So it looks like we're on our way to actually hitting the target score, because this is our third attempt so far. Alright, so this is my attempt number 7. But looks like I'm finally on my way to actually hitting the target score. If I don't screw up, that is. But I don't mind repeating this type of events. These events are fun. I think the only type of events that I kind of found to be a drag to repeat over and over again, and no pun intended, but they were the drag events. Not actually the drag events, but the ones that were actually races where you were forced to race drag spec cars. Those were a pain in the ass. They weren't fun. And I don't know, I don't like the off-roading in this game either, but at least the off-road can be fun to repeat until you actually master it. So this is something that I don't feel when I play drag events, but these Speedcross are really fun, so I don't mind having to repeat them 8, 10, 20 times until I get them right. So yeah, we managed to beat the target score by a reasonable amount, not by much. So first event of the video out of the way. Let's see what else is next. I think I have accumulated quite a bit of shipments because of the amount of times that I had to redo this event. Oh, so Barracuda finally showed up. So I think this is the
You're the street racer
bad guy,
qualified
quote
today.
unquote,
Good job. I'm Jason Monroe.
of the Speedcross DLC.
You can call me Barracuda.
Can I call you?
By the way, I really love the look in this Infinity Q60.
Well, enjoy Speedcross before the pros kick you out. See you around.
All right, so let's check how many shipments we have. So yeah, we have 3 new. Let's open them all up. I don't know why, but the part tokens kind of changed color. They were this brown orangish color before, and now they're blue. I don't know if it means something, but I guess we'll find that out later. Alright, so moving on to the second event of the video, Canyon Rodeo. The Speedcross series kicks off in the canyons for some off-road mayhem. I thought this was gonna be just mostly off-road racing, and in fact it is, but it still retains the same format where we have to drift around, jump, and smash things down.
Right. Time to show those Speedcross drivers what I've got.
Alright. This target score looks like a tall order. 1 million credits. Well, let's see. Okay, so I think if you drift outside of the drift zones, you don't score any points. That's what I got from trying to drift over that blue section of the track. So, yeah, I drew a comparison between Need for Speed Payback and Dirt 3 because of Gymkhana events. But these speed sectors, drift sectors, they also remind me of Drive Club, because in Drive Club you also had this type of events where you had these sections in the track, and let's say you had a drift section, you were supposed to drift, and that's the only place where the drifts would actually count for something. And over speed sections you would actually have to go as fast as you could, and drifts would not count towards your score. So this kind of reminds me exactly of Drive Club, and I hate this sort of donut sections in this game. I think this is actually the only part of the map where you actually can do a donut. So yeah, drifts outside of the drift sections don't count towards your score. I just confirmed that by trying to drift outside the drift zone once again, and it did not count towards my score. I didn't get any points for any of the drifting that I pulled off outside of the drift section. So that's something to keep in mind when you play this DLC. You cannot drift anywhere you want. You have to drift inside the zones. You pretty much need to follow what the zones tell you to. If it's a speed zone, you need to go as fast as you can. If it's a jump zone, you need to jump as far as you can. And if it's a drift zone, you need to drift for as long as you can in order to get the maximum amount of points. In the meantime, try to break as many objects because they do count towards your overall score. There we go again. Around this freaking donut that I can't seem to get right. This is actually kind of confusing because I don't know where it starts or where it ends, so I didn't do a donut.
All right.
Okay, so that was kind of surprising. I would have expected to at least have to redo the event maybe twice or three times, but we actually managed to get it right uh, on our first try, so that's great. Alright, so moving on to the last race of the video, Silver Trails, the second Canyon Speedcross event promises more drifting and jumping around the scenery. Get ready to tumble. Alright, I don't know if you can actually hear children screaming in the background, but I live right across and so I don't know if it's actually kindergarten, so they actually have classes outside where they get the kids to play around. So if you're hearing any sort of screaming and yelling on the background, it's the kids. I'm gonna try to do my best to muffle them out when I'm actually editing the video, and I'm gonna try to speak as much as I can and actually in order to actually cover them up. But I'm not sure for how long I'm gonna be able to keep talking uninterrupted. But anyways, so this is a 2-lap race
Good job on the first
again.
canyon run, Mac.
Thanks. Wonder how Barracuda's doing.
He took a buy-in from his sponsors. He goes straight to the end of the series.
I don't
Alright, so we need to hit 950,000 points, and it looks like it's the same layout as the one that we just did on the other race. Yeah, it looks like so, unless something changes halfway through it. I don't remember this jump though. Well, my memory is pretty bad. I have the ability to forget things that I just played maybe 5 or 10 minutes ago, so it's not surprising at all if I actually just did the same layout and I think that it looks a little bit different. You guys be the judge. You're gonna be watching the video, so you're gonna be able to tell whether or not I'm wrong. But yeah, this looks different. This is definitely a different layout. I wasn't sure when I went through that jump, but it's pretty clear now that this is a different layout. Only the first section of the track is the same as before. So that race that I had to attempt, I think 7 times, it turns out to be the most difficult one of the video, because I don't seem to be having a lot of trouble hitting the target score, at least not in these 2 events, the past event and also the last event and also the one that I'm currently playing. We just crossed the starting line into the 2nd lap, and we're just about done hitting the target score. I don't know why that event was so difficult. We're still playing on hard, mind you, so I don't know why there's this huge difference in difficulty spike between one event to the other. Alright, so target score hit, so we don't have to worry about that. Just need to cross the finish line and win the event. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the DLC. I really want Ghost Games to bring more of these events into the game, but not as a paid DLC. Leave it open to everybody else. And if there's something that you feel that you need to block behind the paid content, maybe leave these, I don't know, cars, but tracks I don't find particularly helpful to lock them behind paid content, because it kind of I don't know, it kind of divides up the community between paid and unpaid, and then it's gonna be pretty difficult to find people to play with, because not a whole lot of people buy the DLCs anyway. Well, at least I think. But anyways, we managed to finish first. First, there is no first. It's actually we managed to beat the target score. And we have 10 more events left to do in the Speedcross, so we're gonna be doing that over the next video. So I'm gonna be wrapping things up here, and thank you for watching. If you did like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more Need for Speed Payback content, share the video with your friends and on your social media, helps me out a lot, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye.